What is going on, shrimp keepers? Sorry, I just got a email or a text or whatever just as soon as I started the live stream. So I wanted to see what it was. My wife's going to see her family, and I just want to make sure she was okay. So, caring husband, I know, but I'm happy to finally be doing a live stream. I used to do live streams every Wednesday at 2:30 Eastern time. And needless to say, we did a lot of expanding this summer, and we've had a lot going on. Import order after import order, expanding to another shrimp room, just doing a lot of different stuff. So unfortunately, I haven't been able to live stream as much, which I'm moving back in that direction, especially with winter approaching so quickly, because we all know winter is a time when we really play in our tank. So hopefully I'll have much more time to dedicate to YouTube and live streaming and things like that. So I'm glad to finally be back on a Wednesday. Shout out to all of my UK followers, Nick, Ollie, Laura, everyone out there. Much love to you guys. I'm glad that I can finally do a live stream that you guys can be a part of. And so hopefully some of you are here today. But I do want to give a shout out to Ken Nielsen, first one in the chat, at least that I can see. Jay Carey was quickly behind him, that Emerald Pets. So, yes, you guys were the notification squad that everyone calls. And then Nisi and everyone else was dropping shrimp jokes in the chat. I did see somewhere, and I think it's a good place to start off today, where somebody was having problems with their tank. Let me see if I can find it. They were doing water changes, and they did not have a good time at it. Let me see. Maybe I just can't scroll up high enough. Oh, Snizanza, who is always in our live streams, Snizanza said, lost some shrimp after water change. Didn't do small top off as usual. I'm afraid I have something in my water, and I think I need to get an RO unit now. Don't know what. So, Snizanza, let me know some more details, and I'd be glad to help you out during the live stream, kind of walk you through some things. But, yes, so if you guys don't know this, if you have a shrimp tank and there's evaporation, like this tank behind me, see how it's evaporated like 2 inches? What I'll do is I'll actually top that off with pure RO water. And I went a long time this time, so the mineral content is rising. So I need to do top offs on that tank, or I'm going to have a huge fluctuation in water parameters when I do a water change. And my water will eventually get too hard, and it can just cause all kinds of problems. So there's a lot of ways to look at that. But we got Roma Aquatics in the house. Shout out to Roma. I just saw some messages from him. So we got a lot going on. Thank you guys for stopping in. I know that I haven't done this in a while, like I said, so it's cool to see that we still have a solid core of people that want to watch on a Wednesday. And so what I've been doing today, well, let me shout out to McMurray Farms. Nisi said, thank you for taking time out of your busy day for this live stream. Thank you, Nisi. Nisi, if you guys don't know Nisi, you need to get to know Nisi because she is amazing. She messages me every Wednesday. She messages me every Sunday and asks me, hey, what time are you going live today? Or are you still going live? And then if I am, she'll put out a lot of posts, bringing people here. So she's just super cool and always on top of it. We also have Triton Freshwater Aquatics in the house. But what is going on, man? We were actually just talking. So shout out to Triton Aquatics. Let me see. I think, yeah, Chris just messaged me. So I'll have to get back to you, Chris. Sorry. I'll respond in a little bit after the live stream, but Chris is also going to the Aquatic Experience, which is coming up quickly, and he has a booth there as well. And so we were talking Aquatic Experience, but that's coming up quick. So we got a lot going on with that. But today I was adding a lot of the new products to the website, and actually not really products. I guess they're called shrimp. I did products the other day, but I added a ton of new shrimp to the website, which is really cool. So those are finally up for the people that have been waiting. Let's see if I can pull up what we added. So like the website, like if you go under shrimp and other, there's a whole bunch of new ones. We got the bamboo fan shrimp, the lesser long nose shrimp, And then my wife's favorite, or Amanda's favorite, are the purple zebra shrimp. She's just absolutely in love with them. They're freaking cool. So at the very least, go check out the pictures because there's some really cool stuff. And then also we added a bunch of Taiwan bees. So we got the two. You guys need to go look at these. We have 2 blue bolts, the extreme blue bolts, or the deep blue bolts. And they came in this time, and they are absolutely stunning. And we also got in the lesser grade of blue bolts, which are just like the mid grade. And they actually came in looking fantastic. So super pumped up about those. And you could just go check out the pictures because that's what the cool part is. Like I'm looking at them right now. I'm like, dang. And then we also got in some Black Galaxy Pintos, which are super expensive. And then the most expensive shrimp that I've ever had on my website is up right now. It's the metallic purple shrimp, which is under Taiwan Bee. And it's also under the rare category. And they're $500 a piece. Like that is just ridiculous. But they're extremely rare. There's only one person in the world breeding them right now, and it's Selene. And that's who I get my shrimp from. And so I was lucky enough to convince him to sell me 2. And so I have 2 of them, and I'm hoping that they're a pair. But I do have them up on the website now. Now, granted, will anyone buy them? No, probably not. But if they do, it'd be insane. It's just super cool. And then we got like the red and black Pintos, which actually look really, really nice as well. So a lot of cool stuff. We also got up Aurora Blue Tigers. We got in some Royal Blue Tiger Calls. We got in some Orange-Eyed Tigers. So there's a lot of cool stuff to look at. Amanda posted a picture of the Royal Blue Tiger Calls on Instagram the other day, and people were going crazy over them. And so, yeah, it is really cool. Oh, Emma's in the house. Emma, a.k.a. Stormy Mist. You guys have ever seen her before. Her betta fish died. And I saw it on Instagram, and I'm so sorry, Stormy. That's terrible. I feel like you always have pets dying, which is awful. Makes me feel terrible. So hang in there. You'll never replace him, but hopefully you get a really cool fish next, and his name could be Love Diesel. Then I'll live for forever. Oh, that's funny. Let's see. What else we got? Oh, hey, next weekend or next month, I'm actually speaking in Buffalo, New York. So Chris Roma and Trainer Aquatics, a.k.a. Chris Hardy. So you two, I will be in your area. So hopefully we can all connect. Chris, hopefully I can come out and film. I guess you both are Chris Roma and Chris Hardy. So both of you, I would love to come film and get some video of your places. And I think that would be awesome. But yeah, so there's a lot of cool stuff going on. Again, thank you guys for hanging out today. So we have not a big day at the warehouse, but it was a kind of busy day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday are our shipping days. So that's been another reason why I've been missing Wednesdays. We got the nano fish rack set up, which I did a live stream about that on Sunday. And we finally put our first ever fish on the rack. And you guys just need to go check out. If you guys haven't seen our Instagram yet, please go follow us at Flip Aquatics. Amanda puts a ton of work into it. Jeff puts a lot of work into it. And Jeff just posted a picture today of their killifish that his family breeds a ton of, and we put a couple pairs on our nano fish rack. And so those will be really cool to get them breeding. I know Jeff's excited about it. I know I'm excited about it. And then also Marcus was working today. So I haven't done a video on it yet, but I'll let you guys know because you're the dedicated few that watch the live streams. We had a couple floods at the warehouse. Yeah. So the first flood that I knew about, which there was one before because I found water and I was like, where did this water come from? But there was a flood the other day. I'm like going to leave the warehouse and Jeff's like, hey man, like come back in here. There's water all over the floor. So I go back in there and here we were doing a water change in the new room. And the way our drains work is it's a pipe that runs around the exterior of our whole building. It's actually the interior, but it's the exterior wall. And it runs around the whole building and we drain into this 3-inch pipe. Well, there was a hole drilled into the top of the pipe where I would actually put like drainage hoses in or whatever and drain water into it. Well, there was so much flow going down the pipe that it was just shooting out of the top. And so we probably had a good 60 gallons on the floor, which 60 gallons is surprisingly a ton. Literally a lot of water. I don't know if it's actually a ton, but it is metaphorically a ton. And so we had to clean all that up, and I'm like, well, geez, like this sucks. And then this is where it gets good. So I knew that this was a problem. And so I go to the warehouse, I think it was Sunday night. It was at like 12 p.m. at night or 12 a.m. I'm tired, and I'm feeding and doing desks, which means we go through and we pull out any dead shrimp that came in from the import order. We feed everything, and it was a day to do a water change. So all I do is plug in the pump, let the water run for 6 minutes, and unplug it. So simple, right? Not a big deal. Well, I had to do the old shrimp room, which is Shrimp Town, not Shrimp City. It's Shrimp Town, the Carradina room, a manager room, whatever you want to call it. But I had to go do desks over there and feed as well. And so I'm doing a water change. I'm like, okay, while I'm doing this water change, I got 6 minutes. I'm going to run over there, and I'm going to do some feeding and stuff. And I had my phone alarm, so everything's good. Well, I get over there, and like 2 minutes into the 6 minute water change, water starts pouring out of that hole again. And I'm like, what the heck? I was like, I thought we fixed this. So I run over there, and I put my hand on the hole, and it stops it. So I'm like, okay. I was like, I can stay here for 4 more minutes while this pump runs, so I can at least get the full water change. So I have a bucket there and everything like that, and the 4 minutes elapses, so it's a total of 6 minutes gone. And I let go, and it is literally shooting out of the hole like 2 or 3 inches high. So there's a lot of water coming out. So I sprint over to the other room, unplug the pump real quick, and sprint back and put my hand back on it. And while 25% of the water fell into the bucket, there was still 75% of the water that went on the floor. And so there was probably about 10 gallons on the floor in the time that it took me to sprint from one place to the other. And so I'm sitting there, and I still have my hand in the hole. I'm thinking like, okay, the water change is over. Like maybe like 2 minutes, and this will be done. Well, every time I went to go remove my hand, the water kept flowing out at the same rate. So I'm like, something is wrong here. Like this water should have went through and passed already. So I'm like, I'm not staying here for 10 minutes with my hand on a hole to prevent the warehouse from flooding. So I run, and I find my Sergeant Tank's hand towel that I use to dry off my hands. And I stuff it down in the hole to plug it, and it works. So I'm like, okay. So I get the shop vac. I start cleaning up the water that was on the floor, which again, it's probably 10, maybe 15, maybe 20 gallons at the very most. So it doesn't take that long, maybe like 15 minutes. And I walk back to the other room after doing desks, after feeding. I'm exhausted. At this point, it's, good 1:30 in the morning. And I realize that all 3 of our 275-gallon totes are empty that store our RO water for water changes. And I'm like, well, that's weird. And I open up the door, and here, when I was in a rush and I unplugged the water change system, I actually unplugged the linear piston pump and left the water pump plugged in. So while I fixed the leak on the Carradina side, because I fixed that leak, it was back flowing into the other room. So I get over to the other room, and there's literally, I'm not lying, 100 gallons of water all over the floor. Like probably a third of the room was covered in water with like a solid half an inch of water. And I was just sick to my stomach. Because at this point, it's 1:30 in the morning. Like, last thing I want to do is be there when Mondays are shipping day and I got to be there at 8 o'clock or 8:30. Don't ask Jeff, because they'll tell you I don't get there till 9. But the last thing I want to do is keep working and sweating my butt off, cleaning up water that shouldn't be on the floor. So when I walked in, there was literally all that water all over the floor, and it's literally just overflowing out of the drains, like just overflowing onto the floor. So I hurry up and run and get some buckets, put it under where it's dripping, and start cleaning up the room. And that was my Sunday night / Monday morning. So, yep, I have been doing some flooding. You guys can just call me Noah. Those things are getting fixed. So back to why I started this story. Marcus is at the warehouse right now fixing all of these drainage problems that we have, and reworking some things and adding in some P-trap, or they're not called P-traps. Oh, maybe they are. I don't know. But he's adding in these traps that will trap anything that may clog the pipe and we can clean these out, and all will be well. But I see my man Kang Lee. Kang says, "What, we back on Wednesdays?" Yeah. So Kang dropping a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Kang. I thought that was just sympathy for all of the crap that I put myself through these last couple days. But that's where I've been. Thank you so much, Kang. And Kang, I still cannot wait to come up and visit you and go hunting. That is on my to-do list, and hopefully that offer is still open because I will take you up on it. All right, that was a long-winded story. Hopefully that didn't bore you all. But yes, we are back on Wednesdays. I'm gonna do my absolute best to continue to be on Wednesdays. But I'm telling you right now, I can't promise you that I'm gonna be on every single week because it's crazy lately. It really, really is. All right, let's see. Flood Aquatics, the fish nerd said. Amen, Carlos. Flood Aquatics, not Flip Aquatics. McMurray said, if it's a ram's horn snail, it will most likely not eat plants. It will not eat plants. I've never seen a ram's horn snail eat plants up to this date. Unless it's like the fancy, like crazy ones like Colombian ram's horn snails. Those will decimate plants. Evan Rose says, Rob, I made the Discord. Look in your emails, please, for the link. I did see it. I haven't checked it out yet, but thank you for making it, my friend. Nisi linked our Instagram page. Please check that out because Amanda put so much work into it, and I really want her to be happy and feel like I want her to be recognized for how much work she's put into it, basically. Like, it's different when, like, I put a ton of work into a video and it does terrible. Like, that's fine because it's me. But when my wife puts a ton of work into, like, taking the perfect picture and sharing it everywhere, like, then I always want it to do well. Tamed Water says, your website looks great, Rob. Good work. Phil, thank you so much. Phil also lives up near King Lee, and so I'll be up there to see Tamed Water soon. He has his own pet store, and I'm looking forward to seeing it. Nope. Oh, I almost yawned. I still might. I do that every single live stream. You guys know how that goes. Aim Aquatics says, Flip Aquatics, if you looking at the pics of them, share your screen for us so we can all see. Oh, that's a great idea. That is an absolute great idea. That's why I keep you around, AMA Aquatics. That is a great idea. So let me pull up my actual pictures, and then I'll just do a slideshow for you. Okay. This is probably the best way we can do it. No, this isn't right. Hold on, let me find the right one. I think these pictures are too small. Oh, no, this is the right stuff. Okay, so I will share my screen from you and show you some of the pictures that Amanda took for the website. Let me see if I can get a full screen. Sorry, I'm a little... Oh, here we go. Haha, perfect. All right, I'm going to share my screen. Hopefully the picture quality stays up for you guys. I don't know if it will. But if it doesn't, let me know, and then you'll just have to bear through it for a short amount of time. So if you guys are just listening to the replay and you want to see some of the cool shrimp that we got in, I will show you if you guys want to watch now. If not, just enjoy listening to my commentary. Now I got to figure out how to share my screen. Boom. Okay. Well, you know what? I want to make sure that – hold on. I'm such a noob when it comes to this. Okay. Never mind. We're good. Okay. Here we go. We're finally doing it. Without further ado, here we go. So this is a group of – what are these called? Snow Whites or Golden Bees or whatever they want to call them. And this one, if you can see, it actually has the skeleton pattern. So it's like a really straight. Oh, here's a better picture of it. So this one's a lot better. And we don't have these for sale because we only got, like, out of the 200 we ordered, I think only 4 of them look like this or something like that. And so needless to say, Amanda will not sell them. So don't get your hopes up. And then Jeff actually took these pictures. These are some of the mystery snails we got in. I believe this one is the albino, which I don't know why they call it an albino. It has to be just because of the color of the snail. The shell, I would think the shell would be white, but it isn't, which is interesting. Again, here is the albino mystery snail. And these are legal to own, which I thought they weren't for the longest time, but they are legal. They're related to the apple snail. They just don't get as big and they won't eat plants. So that's a cool thing. You should do a shrimpy podcast, Jordan Leroy says. I would love to do one. I just don't have the time, to be completely honest. Or I don't have enough time to make it work. But anyway, so apparently we got a lot of pictures of albinos, and so that's what that is. Then we got some assassin snails. Amanda took these pictures a while ago. Here's a really pretty shrimp. Now, granted, it doesn't look as good as I think it actually looks in person. And I think it has a lot to do with the lighting and the white substrate. But this is an Aurora blue tiger. It's actually a captive bred, but this is a wild species. So they actually collect Aurora blue tigers from the wild. And then here's kind of a zoomed out picture of it. It almost resembles a blue velvet, but it's more spotty. And it has, I don't know, it has some pretty cool stuff. H2O Plants in the house. What's going on? Justin, hope you're doing well. Again, another Aurora blue. Now we're on to one of my new absolute favorites. This one is just absolutely stunning. I love this shrimp. I absolutely love this shrimp. It is called a bamboo fan shrimp. And if you can see, I'll try to move my cursor slow. This is the little fan that they have. And it will literally just catch particles floating through the column. And they are just absolutely beautiful. So I love them. I think they're so cool to watch. They just, like, once you see a video of them, you will understand. I'm actually going to release the video tonight, probably around like 7 o'clock Eastern time, which is like 3 or 4 hours from now. Just depending. I got to finish editing it. But I'm going to release the video of all the different types of shrimp we got in on the last import order as far as the Carradina room goes. But, yeah, it's just really, really cool. So these guys are freaking sweet. Like, look at them all on the log. Like, I just love it. And we have them in with the Matin filter, so the flow is really good. And so it just forces all the food down on the Malaysian driftwood. And so they literally just all stand there and just eat up the food. But Amanda, again, just delivering it with the pictures. She does an awesome, awesome job. Let me see if I can do it without my cursor. Oh, I can. All right, so now we're back to some mystery snails that we have. These ones are the black mystery snails. Kind of creepy looking, but still cool. The only thing is I don't like how they ship them. See how this guy has like a broken shell on him? The people we get them from, the importer, they ship them like 50 in a bag. And so we're going to switch that up, and we're going to have them put some cushioning in the bag because I feel like they got pretty banged up on the way. And so you'll see some cracks on them. But they're still doing really well. We've probably had them for about 45 days at this point. So they're well and nursed back. These ones are the blue shadow pandas, which I don't think are very blue. There's a couple that show really nice blue color, but most of them are just black pandas. So we're just listing them as black pandas. But they are, you know, as a Taiwan bee, they're extremely, extremely pretty. The fish nerd said difference between bamboo shrimp and vampire shrimp, and I apologize for not getting to this sooner. Vampire shrimp, I think they're both pretty similar in size, to be honest. I want to say the bamboo shrimp gets up to 6 inches, and I don't know how big the vampire shrimp gets up to. But it's just a different species. It has different colors to it, and that's pretty much the main difference. I mean, they're both filter feeders. They just originate from different places in the world. But again, this one's a black King Kong. It's not so much a panda because it doesn't have the complete stripes. Again, another black King Kong. Oh, beautiful. Now these are black Pintos. So there's a mixture of different types of Pintos. There's like spotted head, fishbone, like all different types. Skunk. Like there's so many different types of Pintos out there. But we got in like the variety pack, so they come with all different ones. And I just absolutely, absolutely love them. But anyway, if you're dropping questions in the comments, I will definitely get to them. Let's just cruise through some more pictures. Again, these are the black Pintos. Oh, I love them. Then you always get your black Neocaridina, or yes, black road shrimp. These ones are the royal blue tiger calls that we got in, and so they are really funky looking. But like, check this one out. This was an amazing picture by Amanda, and it just captures like how pretty they really are, and like the different speckles of blue that they have. I mean, you can see it on the other pictures like this one, but this picture is one of my absolute favorites. And if Amanda's watching this, then honey, you kicked butt by getting this picture. And then here's another one. So some are almost completely blue, just with, you know, a little bit of splotching on them. And then we got our typical Bloody Mary. These are just your typical low-grade blue dreams. Wow, I can't even talk. And they actually came in really, really nice. Like, look at this one. There's some really nice ones in there. There's some not nice ones. So it's a really good mix this time. There's actually some pretty much extreme-looking blue bolts in there. So it's a really, really good group. Somebody asked, are the extreme blue bolts in the Taiwan bees in the starter pack the blue bolts from the deep blue high-grade tank? Yes, that is true. Shu 559. And so the deep blue bolts that we already looked at, the extreme blue bolts, whatever we want to call them, those are the ones that you're getting. And so they would not be any of these ones. These are the lower grade ones. And then I don't know what that is. Probably just a blue bolt. Probably from Amanda's tank. You got your blues. Those guys are gorgeous. And then here is what they consider the blue, the blue mystery snail. See you, McMurray. So again, sorry, these are the blue ones. These ones actually look like the albino ones to me. Like, this is, if I was assuming what an albino shrimp would, or what an albino mystery snail would look like, I would think this, but this is the blue. And under the right light, they actually are a really nice blue, but, you know, not just out of the bat. Again, here, these are the extreme blue bolts, I believe. Yeah. So these are the blue bolts that come with the Taiwan Bee starter pack. Again, absolutely beautiful. And I hope Amanda's not mad at me for sharing all these, because she would want me to encourage you to go check them out on Instagram, but you guys can check them out here instead anyway. Sorry, I was getting a drink. But these are the extreme blue bolts. You get 2 of these with the Taiwan Bee starter pack, and they're so pretty. Like, I'm really, really pumped about the colors that we got in this time. Like, every single one is gorgeous. Wait until we get to the picture of the cholla wood, and you'll see, like, oh, it's not there. Dang it. Amanda posted a video on Instagram. It might have been a video or a picture, but it was of the cholla wood and all the different high-grade blue bolts that are just chilling on it. And they are so stinking pretty. Like, absolutely beautiful. It's one of the best pictures. Our typical fire red shrimp. We actually call these cherry shrimp, but I mean, it is fire red grade. These are the Galaxy Pintos we got in. This is a higher grade adult. This is the actual one of the males that we got in. And so these are the guys that we sell for $90 each. Yeah, and everything you're seeing is on the website. I saw somebody ask that. I completely updated the website with all the new products on there. So yes, so these are all on the website, but these are $90 a piece. Super, super pretty. And just the coloration of them is really cool. And you can see, like, this one has like what they call the skunk line, and it's also a fishbone pattern. So it's just real pretty. But look at this guy. Again, this is Amanda's photography. She does so good. Yeah, she goes through a lot of pictures. These ones aren't that great. Oh, they're all right. This one's pretty. Again, just a black Galaxy Pinto. Green Jades, we don't even have those anymore. We're going to get these back in stock. We just haven't yet. Those are the Green Jades. This is the lesser long-nose shrimp, which is a Caridina species. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan, although they're still young, so there's still got some growing to do. They're supposed to get a red rostrum, which we'll see about that. And so Hopefully they look really good in the future. But right now they just look like ghost shrimp to me. But it is what it is. Now here, this is an absolute stunning shrimp. You guys are gonna crap your pants. No pun intended. Like you're really well. I don't even know if that was a pun, but seriously, you're gonna crap your pants. Like this shrimp retails for $500. Is that not the most ridiculous thing you've ever heard? I mean, it is a beautiful, stunning, awesome-looking shrimp. But there's only one breeder in the world breeding these right now, and it's Dillwain Selene, and it's just a beautiful shrimp. You can see the purple coloration in it. Absolutely stunning. Absolutely love these guys. And so we got in a pair of these. We're hoping this one is a female. And then the next one, this one is the male. That's what we're thinking, but we're not 100% sure yet. But still, like the purple coloration is so pretty, like absolutely pretty. So really excited about those. But again, $500 a piece. That is a lot of cheddar. But so cool. Then we got our micro crabs. Amanda loves taking pictures of the micro crabs. They're just a really cool species. And then we got our nearite snails. We added these to the website. Just an awesome algae eater. We got them in with some blue dreams, so they help clean up all the waste. And then we got the orange-eyed blue tigers. We don't have these ones listed on the website, but Amanda still loves getting pictures of them. The orange sun-kissed shrimp. Got tons of those. Now, these are the blonde or the orange-eyed tigers. So they're not orange-eyed blue tigers. They're just orange-eyed tigers. They vary in striping. Yeah, $500 a piece. I know, it's crazy. But these ones vary in striping. They have the orange eyes, which means they're blind. And just a really cool shrimp, something different. Shout out to the turtle girls in the house. What's going on? Yeah, it is crazy. Something so small costs $500 with the metallic purple shrimp. I agree 100%. But yeah, so these orange-eyed tigers are absolutely beautiful. Just really cool. I think they're fun. They would look good on like a black substrate or something. And then we got the crystal reds. Beautiful, as always. Now these ones are my wife's absolute favorite. 100% hands down. Now the metallic purples, maybe those might beat them, but I don't think so. These are the purple zebra shrimp. They stay pretty small, but they're super unique in color. And she absolutely loves them because they're so tiny. And they have really unique colors on them. I know she has some pictures of ones with eggs in here. Like this one is a beautiful example. It has, like, they're so small. That's what makes them so cool. This one can only carry, it looks like maybe 10 eggs, maybe 11. I really can't tell. But yeah, so they're looking so cool. And this one is probably my favorite shrimp. It's got the most purple in it. It's very vibrant, and it's just really, really awesome. And so real quick, we got a super chat. So let me stop this. Here I am. Oh, Amanda's calling me. Let's answer Amanda because we're going through all of her pictures. Hey, honey.
What are you doing?
I'm in the middle of a live stream. We're looking at all your pictures.
I'm sorry, I'm falling asleep.
She said she's falling asleep while driving. Well, are you going to be okay for a little bit until I call you back?
Yeah.
All right, I'm just going to show them the rest of the pictures, then I'll call you.
I love you.
Love you too. Bye. She didn't sleep very well last night, so she's driving 6.5 hours to her family, and so it's not going well for her. So she was calling to help me keep her awake. So I'll have to call her back pretty quick. But Dominic Martino says, "Hi, love. My wine reds from Import 2 are buried as of today. Woot! Are you planning on getting any fancy tigers in future imports? Please do." So the last 2 imports, I've tried to get the fancy tigers in, and they've been sold out. So we just keep getting – it just keeps stinking. We cannot get them in, and so it stinks, but it is what it is. And so hopefully we'll be able to get those into the next import order. I'm really pushing to get them in. But, Dominic, thank you so much. I'm glad that the shrimp are doing well. Thank you for the super chat. and I will definitely try to get the fancy tigers in. Now, we do have some of the fancy tiger calls left. I think we have 1 pack left, but that's it. So, but other than that, we haven't been able to get them in. But anyway, let's get back to checking out some pictures. All right, so again, this was the purple zebra shrimp. Again, one of Amanda's favorite, if not her favorite. She just absolutely loves them. And then here's another picture of them. Another picture of a buried female. But yeah, we're just going over some pictures. If you're just now tuning in, these are some of the pictures of the new shrimp that we're carrying on the website that we got in the last order. And we are coming out with the video of them tonight. And so you guys can stay tuned for that. And then we got these are actually the red fancy tiger calls that we got in. I mean, they look pretty good. They almost look like crystal red C grade, but they're not. Here's what the normal grade of red fancy tigers that we normally get in are. And we haven't been able to get them in since the first import. There's a wine red. Priscilla dropping a $2 super chat. She said, props to Amanda's picture skills. Heart, love it. Thank you so much, Priscilla. And shout out to Priscilla being an amazing artist. She draws some crazy good stuff. She drew something for Steenfot, and it was Little Steen. It was just an awesome picture. So huge shout out to you, Priscilla, as well. Thank you for the super chat. Okay, so the red Pintos are just like the black Pintos except for red. And again, extremely, extremely pretty. I absolutely love them. These are probably one of my favorites from the import. Like, look at this guy. This guy's color is just phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. So I'll just leave it here for a couple minutes while I answer one question just so you guys can check out this awesome shrimp. The fish nerd said, fancy red tigers take the same parameter / care as the royal blue tigers. They actually take the same care as crystal reds. So they prefer a little bit softer water, whereas red or royal blues take a little bit harder water. But most tiger species can adjust one way or the other. But they won't. I will tell you this, the red fancy tigers will not thrive in a higher pH. But yes, these red Pintos, stunning. I don't think Amanda wants to get rid of this one. She told me this shrimp she is not selling. She's funny. I'm going to convince her, though. And again, here's another picture of one that looks just like it. And here's a group shot of all the red Pintos. So, again, just really, really pretty. Some different colors, some different patterns. Just really enjoy getting them in. This is one of our red tigers, but we don't really have too many of those. It's a royal blue tiger call that's buried. My man, Ollie Taylor. These are just wet wine reds. Let me get to some good pictures. Yeah, these ones are pretty good. That's a tangerine tiger. But Ollie Taylor dropping a $10 super chat. Wow, my buddy from the UK. Shout out to Ollie and Laura. So much love to you guys. And Ollie said, hey, brother, so excited for Chicago. The tanks on our end are all happy, receiving some Taiwan bees tomorrow. Laura sends love. Man, I love these Caridina. Shout out to Ollie Taylor. That guy, him and Laura are just awesome, phenomenal people. So I'm glad he was able to make it. And thank you so much for the super chat. Let me see if there's any good pictures left on here. Actually, I'll just exit out. Let me stop sharing. And I think that can't be it. There's got to be some other ones. Maybe that's it for ones we got in. Yeah, it looks like it. But anyway, that's some of the pictures. Those are some of the shrimp. But yes, so get my Diet Pepsi fix. But again, we are coming out with that video tonight. It will be on the YouTube channel, Flip Aquatics. Obviously, you know it because you're watching it. But I'm editing it as soon as I get off this live stream. I'm gonna edit it and have it up hopefully tonight by like 7 my time, which is like 3 hours from now, something like that. Real quick, my girl April Shaw is in the house. April Shaw is awesome person. She said, what Caridina can you keep with Pintos, or can you keep Pintos with? Pintos you can keep with all Taiwan bees. They do best with Taiwan bees. They'll interbreed with Taiwan bees, and that's where you get It's like Thai bees or whatever, however you pronounce it. It's something ridiculous. It's TAITIBEES. However you want to say that. That's how you get them, and then you can produce more Taiwan bees and even different types of Pintos. And so, yeah, so it's really cool. The Turtle Girl said, these pictures are so amazing. I need posters or something to put on my wall. Well, Chris Lucup, the Shrimp King, is going to be at the Aquatic Experience, and he always brings a ton of posters to share. And so I am guaranteeing he's going to have some posters to hand out. But yeah, so Nisi is, again, the bomb. Always sharing links to the website, things like that. Thank you so much, Nisi. And just glad that we're able to do this. Now, Cruz said, Rob, for some reason, only one of my 5 Fantasy Blues Neos are left from the first import. It was about 1 death every month, but it has been stable. Blue Bolts from the same order are 100%. Well, that's crazy, Cruz. You got to let me know. Did they breed it all? Did they bury it all? Did they drop their eggs? The more information you give me, the more I can help you. Feel free to drop me an email or shoot me an email, however you want to say it. Rob@flipaquatics.com. You can check that out, and I would appreciate that. And then anyone else that is watching this stream on the back end, if you want to check out some of the shrimp that we shown through the slideshow, you can check out flipaquatics.com. I'll put that link down below since I don't have a Nisi to write my descriptions. If Nisi was doing it, it would be a lot better. But Priscilla, I agree. At Flip Aquatics, call your wifey and keep her awake. Yep, you guys are 100% right. I need to call my wife back, help keep her up on her trip, and she's driving. So that is of utmost importance. So much love to you guys. Shout out to the UK. So much love to everyone over there. I missed you guys. I'm glad to be back on a Wednesday and talking with you. Ollie, Taylor, Nick, Laura, love you guys. You guys are awesome. So much love from this side of the camera. You guys make it a great week. I'll talk with you guys soon. Later. Oh, my mouse is stuck. I'm going to be here for forever. Nope, I fixed it. See you guys.